We, yes, me and you, we have all been ghosted before. Every single one of us, yes, us as a collective, has been ghosted before. And that's okay. In fact, there's something beautiful about being ghosted.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Alright, my bad. Today's topic is about Jonah. Let's just move on. Yeah, cool. So our story begins with God himself telling this guy called Jonah to travel to a place called Nineveh, which is modern day Iraq, and essentially go and deliver a message to them. Simple, right? Yeah, well, Jonah had a little problem. Firstly, this place called Nineveh was part of the Assyrian Empire, a powerful empire known for being quite evil and brutal. Secondly, Jonah's from a place that was enemies, and by enemies I mean like kill on sight type of enemies with the Assyrian Empire. The third problem Jonah had was that the message he was going to be delivering to them would essentially be him calling out the entire city of Nineveh and telling them that what they're doing is evil in the sight of God. And if they continue, they will face the wrath of God. Well, naturally, Jonah is terrified. Because, bro, imagine if he goes there, he is already putting a massive target on his back just by being ops with them. But secondly, imagine going into your ops territory and telling people that they're going to face the wrath of God if they don't switch up. Yeah, obviously he wouldn't be able to expect a warm welcome at the least. So, Jonah does what every real fella does when they get given a problem they can't handle. They run away and hope it disappears. He just like me for real. So instead of going to Nineveh, Jonah decides to go to this place called Tarshish. Far across the sea. My bad. So in order to get to Tarshish, he gets on a boat. It was a pretty flawless plan, apart from the fact that this idiot was trying to ghost God. Yes, this guy tried to ghost an omnipresent, all-knowing being. So while he's on the boat, he goes into a room and he tries to get some sleep. So while Jonah's over here snoozing, God essentially creates a massive tempest near the boat. And this isn't your average storm. The boat, a wooden boat by the way, is straight up getting rocked. And while the boats are like 2 HP, Jonah's still straight up snoozing downstairs. So while the rest of the crew are trying their best to deal with this insane storm, these guys are actually trying their best. They're trying all sorts of stuff. They pray to their own gods. They start trying these Skyrim methods, like throwing up piece of inventory, think it's gonna speed them up. But that's when the captain's like, wait, wasn't there one more guy with... Now that you mention it, this guy is still sleeping. So while this whole storm, this whole Pirates of the Caribbean type of tempest was taking place outside, this guy Jonah was able to sleep through it. So Jonah wakes up, and these guys are like, okay, so we've thrown off all the cargo, and we still haven't got the speed glitch yet. So how do we decide who to start throwing off now? It gets better, bro. Then they all collectively decide that gambling is the best way to decide who to throw next. You know what? I low-key respect it. I love this group. This may be the new method to solving any of life's problems. This may in fact be the answer. Just gamble. Look, if you don't believe me, guess what? These guys start gambling. They start casting lots, and it lands right on Jonah. They throw Jonah overboard, and guess what happens? Yes, the storm stops. Gambling is the answer. My bad. So I was so caught up in promoting gambling, which is apparently immoral, they tell me, that I brushed over the fact that these guys just threw Jonah off the boat. So yeah, these guys throw Jonah off, and the second this guy hits the water, a massive fish comes up and swallows him. If you were swallowed by a big fish and trapped in it for 3 days, what would you do? No reels, no Clash Royale, no anything. Let me take you back. I'm now 27, and my parents have grounded me for being unemployed, despite the fact that I was moderating 4 different Discord servers at the same time. Well, that's beside the point. During this period of being grounded, I was not allowed to do anything. No Reels, no TikTok, no YouTube, no Clash, no rights, no nothing. I was a prisoner, slowly going insane. So yes, I can relate to how Jonah feels, bro. I do understand.
Shut your lame ass up, man.
My bad. Alright, so Jonah starts praying for 3 days, and the fish eventually spits him out. And he's now decided, you know what, I may as well go to Nineveh. It's not like these guys are gonna actually change me. So I basically get front row seats to watch my ops get murked. However, when Jonah does pull up, and when he does tell them the message, these guys actually listen and they change their ways.
Where is your sword?
Don't need it.
And deep down, this Jonah guy is low-key a hater, because bro was praying that he would be able to watch these guys get murked. So Jonah's like, you know what, there's no way these guys have actually changed. I'm gonna wait outside the city walls, and I'm gonna wait for them to slip up, and then see them get murked. God grows a plant near Jonah, giving him nice shade, and naturally Jonah is very pleased, because he's got a good view of the city that hopefully he's gonna get murked, and he's got some amazing shade. But the next day, God sends a worm to eat through the plant, ruining his shade. And Jonah is mad, and he's so angry, he's saying he'd rather die than have no shade. Like, it's a bit overdramatic, but God replies telling him that Jonah cares about this plant that he didn't even grow, and the plant that was only alive for 1 day. Shouldn't God care about the 120,000 people in Nineveh that he made? The story ends like that. Jonah gives no response, and he doesn't need to. The abrupt ending isn't to leave the readers on a cliffhanger. It's to make us understand that the God of the Bible values repentance over retribution. God's mercy isn't just for people who Jonah thinks deserve it, or for people that Jonah likes. It's for anyone who genuinely wants to change and live a better life. Damn.
He talking.
What'd he say, Z?
Cause I don't know.
Through drought and famine, natural disasters,
Put him on the
my baby
Oh, don't
has been around for me.
Please destroy my enemies, and my life is yours.
Yes, that is where this video is ending. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe, and bro, next video is going to be a banger. Moral of the story: stay gambling. You are only one spin away from securing generational wealth for you and everyone you care about. Do it for them!